Providence Television International, the game changer, taking you to the outer limits of television. The program Was Trending is sponsored by Paul Nosa Ogeho, proudly Benin, promoting good corporate governance. Yes, welcome again to one of your favorite programs on this station. And we are starting right away with the former Vice President and African Democratic Congress presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, challenging the federal government's defense of its economic policies, arguing that official statistics cannot outweigh the hardship millions of Nigerians continue to face. Archbishop Emeritus of Abuja, Cardinal John Onoyekon, has declined to respond to criticisms from the presidency over the recent meeting between President Bola Tinubu and the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria. Cardinal Onoyekon says the bishops have delivered their message and are now interested only in whether it will influence governance. The political analyst Kabiru Ojo has stated that everybody says failure except Tinubu, while defending the recent comments by Cardinal John Onoyekon on Nigeria's economy and security. The African Democratic Congress vice presidential candidate for the 2027 election, Rotimi Amechi, has accused the presidency of attempting to intimidate Archbishop Emeritus of the Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja, Cardinal John Onoyekon, over his criticism of President Bola Tinubu's administration. The primate of all Nigeria Anglican Communion, Most Reverend Henry Undukuba, has condemned the double standards of politicians who keep their own children far away from electoral violence while recruiting the children of poor families with money, drugs, and other inducements to intimidate opponents and disrupt the democratic process. Well said. Now, the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, has criticized the economic policies under President Bola Tinubu's administration, describing the simultaneous removal of fuel subsidy and the floating of the naira as a double blow to Nigerians' welfare. 2027, come and tell Nigerians the primary and secondary schools you attended. That's coming from ADC chieftain Kalu, challenging President Tinubu. This issue will just not go away. The Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar, has distanced himself from reports claiming he endorsed President Bola Tinubu's re-election bid ahead of the 2027 presidential election, insisting that he remains above partisan politics. No fewer than 21 persons were feared dead and 37 others abducted, while thousands of residents have fled their homes after heavily armed bandits attacked the Samaye community in the Sabon-Birni local government area of Sokoto State. INEC's Director of Voter Education and Publicity, Victoria Etam Messi, has stated that the Commission does not accept nominations outside its designated electronic channel and has therefore rejected former President Goodluck Jonathan's presidential nomination, purportedly submitted by the Kabiru Turaki-led faction of the People's Democratic Party. The Federal High Court in Abuja has dismissed a suit filed by the Nigeria Democratic Congress, NDC, seeking an order striking down sections 138 and section 77, subsection 5 of the new Electoral Act 2026. Osun 2026, Adeleke says he will win if election is free and fair. He also warns Tinubu not to allow a repeat of the 1983 crisis. Fresh concerns have emerged over the handling of the proposed state police bill. The African Democratic Congress, the Rule of Law and Accountability Advocacy Center, RULAC, and former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore warned that the process lacks transparency, public scrutiny, and the procedural safeguards required for a constitutional amendment. Police officer, 3 others killed as Lakurawa militants attack Sokoto community. Huriwa demands rescue of abducted seminarian and worshipper after Catholic church attack in Enugu State. The family of kidnapped Kebbi High Court Judge Justice Faruku Bonza has disputed the Kebbi State Police Command's claim that no ransom was paid for his release, insisting that 50 million naira was paid. And you believe this? Soft drinks and biscuits delivered before he regained his freedom. President Bola Tinubu approves a salary increase of between 30 and 80% for about 250,000 personnel of the armed forces, raising the military's annual wage bill from 660 billion to 924 billion naira. A human rights lawyer, Dr. Maxwell Okpara, has alleged that the proposed social media regulation bill is a deliberate attempt by the APC government to silence critics and suppress opposition voices ahead of the 2027 general elections. Armed herdsmen have attacked Abashua community in Benue State, the hometown of the immediate past Governor Samuel Otom, killing 4 persons and injuring several others. So the killing spree continues. Federal government will begin the rollout of a 90,000-kilometer fiber optic network across Nigeria within the next couple of weeks, or within the next few weeks, marking the commencement of one of the country's largest digital infrastructure projects aimed at expanding broadband access and accelerating the digital economy. The Nigerian Immigration Service has dismantled an alleged transnational human trafficking and fraudulent recruitment syndicates operating in Lagos and arrested 12 foreigners linked to the operation. And now to sports. 30 years after guiding Nigeria to its first and only Olympic football gold medal, former Dream Team coach Johan Bonfere has expressed disappointment that the Nigerian government is yet to recognize or reward his role in one of the nation's greatest sporting achievements. Now Tinubu vows to strengthen sports after Commonwealth outing following Nigeria's 7th position placing on the final medals table. And what a surprise, a woman has been rescued by local fishermen after she jumped into the Lagos Lagoon from the Idumota-Kata Bridge. Lucky woman. She could just have been drowned. And now the last report for today, a delegation of the Kano State government has paid a condolence visit to the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar III, over the death of the Sardauna of Sokoto, Alhaji Abubakar Alhaji. The program Was Trending is sponsored by Paul Nosa Ogeho, proudly Benin, promoting good corporate governance. Yes, and that's our program for today. The program is Was Trending. We thank all of our viewers at home and abroad, and we also thank you for staying tuned to your favorite station. Remember to tell others about us. This is Emmanuel Igariba. All my love and prayers. Bye now.